Hi everyone. I hope you're feeling magnificent and feeling love today. I am at Mount Shasta in Northern California, and I drove about 5.5 hours to make it here today, and it's raining, so I'm standing underneath this tree, but I had to tune in and share something with you about my day today. This day has been truly amazing. I felt intuitively called to make Mount Shasta a stop on my journey to the Pacific Northwest up into Portland. And this whole week, kind of planning up into that moment, I was having a hard time finding a place to stay, and the plans were just kind of not lining up in a way for me to be able to arrive here. So I was also trying. I was trying to make these plans, and the guidance I received in that moment was to just let go of trying to make the plans and just wait for the plans to come. So I let go of looking for the hotel and looking for the couch surfing and looking for all the places for me to stay for the night. Since I have my cat with me here, she will not enjoy to camp in the forest. um, so sure enough, I didn't book the hotel room the first night that I saw it. And 2 days later, I was guided to go back onto Google and search for a hotel room, and ended up finding a really awesome deal through Bid Your Fare on Priceline. It was $50 for a one-night hotel in Mount Shasta. And so I was guided to book that hotel, to surrender that fear around the money of booking the hotel, and to just do it, just book the hotel. This is where I was supposed to be. So I booked the hotel, and just 2 days ago now. So this morning I woke up around 4 a.m. to begin driving to Mount Shasta. It's about a 5-hour drive from Stockton, where I was staying at my dear friend's home for the past week or so. And this morning when we hugged goodbye, I looked behind him at the night sky, and I saw the moon, Jupiter, Venus, and Mars all in a straight line, and just warmed my heart, and I felt aligned. It just felt so amazing. It felt like the beginning of a beautiful day, and it was 5 o'clock in the morning. It had just begun. So I continued driving, and I made a post on my Instagram about me and my cat in the car, just, sending my love and sending my gratitude for all the beings, the places that we've been able to visit over the past, month now of traveling. Every single place we went, we felt like home. And it's been amazing that people just open up their homes and share their heart and soul with me and with my baby Ty on this journey that we're on. And so I posted this message of gratitude, and then I wrote, "We're on our way to Mount Shasta," and I used the emoticon, the rainbow, over the rainbow. And I was guided to put that emoticon in there because in my mind's eye, I wanted to demand rainbows and magic and wonder from my day to day, as I knew I was going to the root chakra of the earth, Mount Shasta, and that was very, very significant to this day. So after this post, I continue on my drive, and I'm driving, and I have to go to the bathroom really bad, so I pull off to stop at a gas station, and the gas station was not open yet. So it said on the sign, in 7 miles, there is a rest stop. So I get back on the highway, drive 7 miles, and get off, and as soon as I get to this rest stop, it starts to rain. Nowhere around this rest stop was it raining. The moment that I come out of the rest stop, since it was sunrise at this time, the sky was this beautiful, like bubblegum, vanilla, strawberry, like the most beautiful sunrise sky over these farms. It was incredible. And then I come out of the rest stop, and there's this giant, vivid, luminescent rainbow. The whole thing from start to finish. And I just felt so much love rush through me in that moment. I demanded rainbows, and 10 minutes later, I received a rainbow. And that rainbow actually stayed on the road for the next 22 miles. It was extending from one side of the highway to the other. It was so beautiful. It brought me to tears. I felt so loved, and I knew that it was a gift. I knew that it was a gift of alignment. So I continue on my day, now having these magical gifts from the universe, from the earth, showing up to love me for doing this work, for showing up for myself. And I showed up to receive that love by being here for me. And when I get to my hotel, I go to check in, and the guy was like, "Man, you got a really, really great deal on this hotel room." And didn't really think anything of it. I was like, "Oh, okay, like it's just me." And he was like, "Well, you have two beds." And I was like, "Awesome, I haven't had a bed in a month, so now two beds. Jackpot." And so I go into the hotel and go into my room. And on the back of the room door actually has the price per night of the room. And it was a $250 a night room that I paid. Well, the original price was $47 plus tax. I paid around $53 for the hotel room. And the room itself is huge, beautiful. But the best part was that the view is of this incredible forest behind it. Nothing else but just forest. And I was like, wow. This is an amazing space. And I didn't realize how important that space was until about 15 minutes ago, why I'm tuning into you right now. So I stopped at a store called the Soul Connection on my way to Mount Shasta. I wanted to look at their crystals. I heard really great things about it. And when I walked into the store, they asked me if I was looking for anything in particular. I said, no, I'm going to let my intuition guide me. It's how I'm living this life, this dream right now, being guided. And I was guided to pick up a selenite wand and some other stones, and then I was guided to pick up a ring. And when I was guided to pick up this ring, I was told that this ring was to be worn on my ring finger, and that this ring was to be a symbol of my commitment to myself, and that I was to do a ceremony on Mount Shasta with this ring, almost like a marriage. Exactly like a marriage, actually. Marriage is known as the deepest commitment to someone else, to a part of this life. And my higher self guided me to make this deep commitment to myself, to my vision. And so at the top of Mount Shasta, well, not the top, you can't drive there, and it's rainy and snowy today, so I drove to the end of the road, which is about 8,000 feet. It's all snow around. I came down the mountain a little bit to be able to film this, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see me. And I dropped down into yogic squat and began to set my intention for the ceremony that I was about to do. And I blessed the selenite wand, and I put it in the snow. I put the ring in the snow and set my intention that this ring was a symbol of my commitment to who I am, to knowing that I am always divinely guided by my higher self, that I am not alone in this life, and that I will never be alone in this life, and that right now, this moment, here and now, I am committing every single ounce of my soul to fully walking the path that I created for myself to walk without hesitation, without confusion, and I'm able to birth the vision that I'm here to create. The vision of this amazing healing center, this vision of this amazing way of healing with cannabis, with healing the body with plants, and awakening the human consciousness with plants. And in the past, I might have been distracted by finding a partner or finding a home or finding all of these things that I thought were what I needed to do, because that was what everyone else was telling me. You're getting to an age where you should find a partner, you should find all these things. But in reality, what I'm here to do is bigger than all of that. I'm here to birth a vision of creation, of healing, of love, of inspiration, and be a tremendous force in the awakening of humanity on this planet. And nothing else matters. And in that, in that nothing else that matters besides this vision coming through. It means that the entire world matters because this entire world is a part of the vision. It's a healing for the world. It's a healing for humanity. It's a healing for this planet, for this earth that I love so deeply much, for this earth that just pours her beautiful gifts upon us. It's a commitment to that, commitment to walking truthfully, humbly, knowingly, lovingly, at all moments connected to my highest calling. And from this moment on, you'll see me with this beautiful ring that I got in Mount Shasta, that was blessed in Mount Shasta, and that was put on my finger with a selenite wand. And it was magical. This entire day leading up to this experience, I had no plans of doing this. No plans of doing this. Not at all. I went into that crystal shop for crystals, for gifts and other things like that. And I was guided to pick up this ring and to do this ceremony. And I feel so, so, so amazing right now for having this commitment to myself. And that's all I have to share in this moment. Sharing my love, sharing my commitment to humanity, my commitment to ensuring that we don't do something really terrible to the human race by poisoning our bodies and our minds and our souls, by poisoning this planet. I'm making a commitment in this moment to being at all times aligned with saving this planet, saving humanity, and along the way, spreading love everywhere I go, as far and wide as I could go. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening. As always, namaste.